Hello, my little sugar boogers, and welcome back. So I know it's super duper late on Saturday night, and I know for the last probably 2 weekends or so, I have been totally freaking slacking on the double posts on the weekends, obviously. But don't worry, this beginning of this month has absolutely been chaotic, and now I feel like things are starting to kind of get back into order, and I'm able to do or set aside more time rather, just to be a little more consistent with my schedule. If you guys are not familiar, I definitely double post on the weekends. I often double post on breaks and things like that. So it's really helpful for you guys to let me know, like when you have winter breaks or, any type of spring break or summer or anything like that. So I can kind of get more videos out for you guys so you have something to watch. So I just wanted to go ahead and apologize for that. So it is a little bit later in the evening. It's about 7:30-ish right now, Pacific Standard Time. Obviously that changes and fluctuates. Come again. Depending on where you currently reside. But I was just in the mood, and lately even, to kind of build my version of a micro home. I know that Life Simmer Christina has definitely built a few of these kind of homes that are more like bohemian and super duper colorful. Maybe it was like one house that she built specifically. But I'm definitely kind of like checking into that, getting a little inspo from what I remember from that build. And then I also know that Jessica here, or Jessica, as well on YouTube, also did something of the liking. And I just have been absolutely adoring just micro homes and small, quaint spaces. And I just forgot I didn't test this house to make sure everything worked, because when you are working with small spaces, sometimes things can get a little confusing, but I hope everything works out. I'll definitely check and then adjust accordingly when I upload it to the Galleria. So the only thing that I'm really using that's CC, so you're going to want to make sure that when you do go into the gallery, you check custom content enabled, is the sightings. So I know that Christina also, I keep mentioning her, but she had different sightings on her build, and they're basically like the sightings that you get in game, but they're just different colors. They're more variety. I think you can do a lot of different things with them, and I really love just basic sighting. So if you guys want to like pick those up, I will have 2 different versions in the comments down below, or description. I don't know why I'm talking like this today. It's been a long day. So if you guys are interested, here I am kind of playing with those palettes right now, and I think I'm fluctuating between Praline Sims and then another creator, but I really haven't built anything like this. The roof pattern, the colors even, Jenna tends to just kind of do a modern-ish. I really never get my hands dirty and experiment and push my norm. I just really don't, and I need to do it a little more often. I really want to come into my own sense of style when it comes to building and figuring out what that is. So yes, I totally pull inspiration from others, don't we all? And I incorporate it into my own creation. And I think I did really well, just kind of, starting with a smaller space, especially. That's like my biggest tip. So if you want to like broaden your horizon, start with a smaller build and then kind of just go a full max on it. And then as you get better and better and better, make bigger and bigger builds. My goal on this channel, and I'm definitely going to say even Delhi, is giving me mad inspo to do a huge mansion. Now, I definitely have done a big mansion before, or what I thought was a big mansion, and it was modeled after my Barbie house as a child. That is like seriously the biggest build I've ever done, and I only did a kind of like walkthrough on that. I never did the actual speed build. So that is my goal for 2016, to get a massive villa or something just ginormous and gaudy and big, and build it and do like, little segments on that. So I'm really excited to build more, I think. I feel like I just want to, like, again, come into my own, figure it out, like what is me, and then take it from there. So, like I said, when I was making this Boho Sodo micro home, don't ask me why I came up with that name. Literally, there's like a place in Seattle, it's called Sodo, and I don't know, Boho Sodo, like, hey, what? Anyways, when I was creating this, I definitely wanted to incorporate the movie time stuff pack or whatever into it, because ever since I got that stuff pack, I've been really itching to just use it and play with it and create something out of it. Now, the only thing I definitely ran into a little bit of a struggle is kind of making all of the rooms kind of fit that theme. The biggest thing here is definitely the bed. You'll see that kind of come into play in a little bit, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I definitely back and forth quite a bit when I picking the furniture for this home. How I'm going to lay out things, it's definitely a little bit of a challenge, and this is on a super, super duper tiny lot. I do believe this house ends up costing around the 30,000 price mark, which honestly you probably could just bring it down a little bit if you weren't so hard on the landscaping, which I for one totally went ham on. You'll see that a little bit later. So as I'm like trying to kind of fit this door, which again comes from the movie stuff pack, and I'm trying to like just build around it, I decide that I really love the windows with the shutters, and I really want to use this bright pink door, and I'm really loving how it's all coming together. It's like a little, it kind of reminds me of those chocolate Swiss rolls. Why? I don't know. Why? Right? Why? I don't know. It just does. Yeah, I don't know. It's really colorful and freaking playful. I love it so much. As you can see, I'm kind of coming into what I'm going to do with the final design of the outside. I don't stick with this 100%. I do add in a few more things. Honestly, the feels that I get from this build are happiness. It reminds me even of maybe like Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. Not gonna lie. Very colorful, very fun, friendly, and inviting. I really wanted to use that tree, but I wanted something with a little more color. So I actually ended up kind of creating my own lantern tree, and you'll see that in a little bit. So you're going to notice that every room in this house is definitely compact. Space is definitely an issue, so getting creative is the main goal here. I decided to put in a nice little armchair, give it a little comfort, and then also put in this little ottoman thing because I think it's absolutely freaking adorable. Now, when I went with the curtains, I wanted to use these ones so bad because they are just epic, and you can play with them. You could literally do one side this print or the other one, maybe a solid that kind of complements the other one there. What the hell are you doing? Kitty. Gato. My friend was here last night, and she brought her little bat dog here, and I love it. Hey. Gato. No. Come here, papi chulo. Come here, baby. Come here. Yeah. Oh, you're so cute. What you doing? You freaking nuggies? What are you doing? Crazy boy? Huh? I'm recording. What are you doing? Come on. Yes. Come on. I think he smells the dog or something. Anyway, as I was saying, I try to figure out the best of my ability the living room situation. I actually really hate that freaking end table, and then we change it out later. My thing. Yes, Jen, you needed to repeat that 50 times just to, emphasize your thing. I really wanted like kind of this house to take on this persona of like thrifty and used, and maybe like whoever lives here, picked up this stuff from old vintage, shops and such around the block, or, around the local, maybe like town, swap meets, things like that, and just kind of made her own little house. It looks very like, not vintage in some sense, but like super duper 70s. I don't know. I love this build. As you can tell, I'm so enthusiastic about it and like super excited to give this to you guys. And I am so sorry again it's late because I know some of you guys are going to be sleeping, but it's Saturday. So if you're sleeping and you ain't chilling with me, then girl, boy, I don't know what you be doing with your life. That's really a question I ask myself every single day. But anyway, I actually do end up changing the color palettes and stuff like that because I really felt like, okay, this bathroom is like so dull and like not inviting, and oh my goodness gracious, booties bodacious. Like figuring out how I'm gonna fit everything into that is it 2x2 or 4x4? I don't know. I think it's a 2x2, right? 2x2. Might be. I don't know. Trying to fit everything into there was not happening. I think it works. That's the part I'm like kind of confused if it doesn't work or not, but I'll totally figure it out. I definitely am so excited about how I laid out everything and how I even got a freaking computer desk in here. Now to kind of keep prices lower, because I do understand like a micro home is usually associated with a starter house, but this is kind of like a mid-range starter home ish, like it's 30 grand, and you probably could add on to it, but I feel like if you did, it would take away from the aesthetic of the build. And again, like you don't have that much lot space on this lot, but if you put it on like a huge one, you'd have a ton of space and you could just go ahead and make a big old bohemian mansion. But there we go. We grabbed the end table, and I know a lot of this stuff doesn't match. Like it doesn't match, but it kind of is in that same genre of like, you know, bohemian vintage. So I really do love the end table that we used there because it has like this really rustic and used vibe. I found this plum bobbing painting and I'm pretty sure it came with the new update, and legitimately I am obsessed. One of the things I've always wanted to do is make jewelry. Like I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I want to find a way, like either with like I don't know how to like do clay or whatever, but and then like or like acrylic, and then have like sparkly plum bobs. Oh my god, and like have them like as bracelets or something, so you can like wear them with your mood. I would love to do that. It's something I've been thinking about for a very long time now. It's just kind of been under the radar, and this is the first time I'm ever speaking of it publicly. But I definitely would love to do that. I don't know if that you can do that. I mean, the plum bob is a shape, so I don't know if it's like, do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like copywritten or whatever the situation is. I would have to look into that, and that's why I haven't done anything. Because I know there's like different things out there that are in that shape. They're usually called like double spike or something. I don't know. But anyways, so when I was going in with the kitchen, I'm actually really impressed because this kitchen fits no. The kitchen has a table in there. Like, I don't know, right? Like, how did you do that? I feel like we're playing with the Rubik's Cube on this build. Like, we're conforming and contorting and just kind of warping this little build to make everything fit. And it's kind of so much fun. I would really love for you guys to do your own micro build. I really would. I really, really would. Like, get crazy with it. See how small you can get with it and still have it fully functional and have some extra amenities and goodies in there. I know I could not go a single build without those freaking rugs. Those rugs are essentially like vital to my existence. I love them. Also, there is my table. I love that table. It's so classy. It's so cheap. And it kind of fits with almost any build that you could possibly foresee. Okay, so what am I going to do with this wall? That was like kind of a dilemma. I'm like, I don't like any of these paintings. I've been really wanting, if you saw earlier, I was really trying to use those. And then I finally was like, okay, I'm going to use them. Then they're on the wall, and I don't think I was liking them, or I did like them. I did. The other one I didn't. There was like a whole different color palette to them. It's like completely night and day. So I went with that. And there's our little kitchen area with seating for two. So you could probably fit two Sims in here, like two little, I don't know, bohemian Sims. That'd be so cute. So this is where we're kind of starting to struggle. Now we're almost to the end of the build, so the only thing really left that we have is the landscape and figuring out what the hell we're going to do with this room. Again, I'm not 100% certain if this room is functional, so when you do get it to the gallery, you may indeed get it with a single bed. However, I do think I'm going to upload it as is, and I'll just type in the description if I have any issues. I should have tested it. That's my bad. But I was so excited to get this video up and show you guys and just talk to you because I missed you so much. So when I went in here with the furniture and the drapes that I have royally literally abused in this build, oh gosh, finding a bed that just worked was like honestly a struggle within itself. I really don't even feel like the bed that we ended up choosing, this one, fits, but I feel like it's the best option out of all the other beds that we presently have. I also was talking earlier about having a print on one of the curtains and then having a solid on the other, and that's exactly what I incorporated here. My favorite part of the house thus far is definitely the little nook with the computer. Again, if I didn't mention, totally upgrade that ish if you have the financial means. Personally, I don't know. Even though I don't know if this bathroom is functional, I love it. I don't know. Something about the blue, something about the simplicity of it all, it kind of makes me happy. And then the white, like, furnishings, yes, like, right? It's just so clean. Like, I wish my bathroom looked like that. I love the color blue for bathroom. I think it's something I've always used. So as we're kind of coming into the foyer, which I really wanted an entryway to this house, I don't know, don't ask. We definitely have a little place where you can get creative and do some painting and that jazz. I really wanted to extend the front of the house to create an awning. Don't know, I kind of was inspired by a gypsy wagon too when I was doing this. Another one I really want to do is make a house out of like a train car. That would be really exciting. I just want to start creating some really creative things and stop just well, not really stop, but kind of get more creative with it, I think. So when I was changing the roof, I was like, gosh, I could seriously use some roof patterns right now. And to be honest with you, I'd be lying if I told you I was totally satisfied with the way that this looks. But I mean, it could definitely look worse than what it does. Oops, sorry, I bumped you. I'm getting a little dry there. Okay. I know that's so annoying. I'm like, little freaking duck. Okay, so here we are with the big old, I think this is like called a cherry blossom tree or orchid tree. I honestly have no freaking clue. So I also, before I get into that, really wanted the round around the house to kind of look like, the foliage. I don't even know. Started like growing and like started to kind of overtake the property a little bit, but yet still look really, really, really beautiful. Now the landscaping, I didn't go as fully, or full throttle as I wanted to, just because I really didn't want to make this house extremely expensive. I do realize now that the windows in the back are offset and they're not even, so you may want to fix that if I didn't already before I uploaded it. I've never used sunflowers in my builds before, and I really love it. So again, my biggest suggestion and biggest tip when getting a good thumbnail for your build is to go back, check how it sees when it is about to upload, or just see how the rotation is. If you get a good upload or good thumbnail, chances are more people are more likely to at least give your build a second look. I really wanted to use hedges, but I was like, that is seriously going to close out the property. So I decided against it, and we went ahead and just kind of did a little border in the back. In the back is just more of like a relaxing hangout spot. There are lamps in that tree, by the way, so that if you want at night, you'll have a little extra luminosity, get a little glow off of it, and it won't be so dark back there. And I finish off the build by going ahead and adding in a barbecue. I also add in a little seating area so that you can eat your nom noms, and then I add in a little bit of a garden spot down to the right of the house. And I think that's pretty much all that I did. But when I say all, this house still took me about an hour to build, start from finish, and I'm really excited and super proud. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you want more, please leave me a little comment down below on what you would like to see. Even give me some suggestions for a type of mansion. I would love for you guys to kind of, join in on that and be a part of that creation. I think that would be really amazing. And then maybe our ideas could create something epic, maybe something that's never been done. I don't know. Definitely we could get creative with it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to go and comment, rate, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine. And I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.